We do like it, and it's time to rock and roll on Saturday Summiteer Live. So welcome, everybody. We got a good group on site today, which is awesome. Everyone's probably just back in town for a little bit. So we're going to kind of talk about some of the cool stuff we have going on for this month, but also some sneak peeks to things for next month. So let's go ahead and dive in. Event review, we're going to talk about the Pilates and Mocktails event last weekend, which was awesome.
I was hoping Ron Rail was going to be here. Ron's always here. Ron's not. But we did a Pilates and Mocktails class featuring Seedlit, which is a non-alcoholic spirit. So Catherine, our wine steward, sourced these for us and found some really great recipes for me to play with. And then I got to do some fun garnishing on it, which was really fun. So we did a Pilates class with Giovanna, which was wonderful. And everyone got to take home a Seedlit branded yoga mat, which are those really pretty colorful mats that you see there on. So that was a fun takeaway. I was telling people who were like, I already have one. I was like, yeah, but it's good to have two, because sometimes you want to have an outdoor mat and indoor mat. So this might become people's outdoors mat, which is great. So people did about a 45-minute Pilates class, and then we hosted mocktails. So we had a citrus, a garden, and then a spice one that we used. And then we mixed it with different juices and simple syrup, and then did some garnishing with blackberries and lemon, and it was really fun. It was fun for me to get to do something different than I normally do, and it was fun. And it was fun to have everyone stick around after and talk about it, and we ended up muddling some blackberries and kind of going rogue and making some other random things, and it was good. It was different.
Does Ron have his Gate to Gate shirt on right there?
Sure does.
Is that a plug for the future Gate to Gate here in a month or two?
And it was funny because somebody was like, how do I get one of those? And I was like, did you guys
Soon to come. Soon to come. So One Day University, we've got here are the next three seminars we're offering, which are
Why We Work, an eye-opening tour of the purpose of work in our lives. And then we have Travel in America, from wagon trains to the interstate highways. And then this one I thought was interesting. War Without the Shooting, the Olympics past and future. So kind of an interesting take there, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the travel one's kind of cool because we just had a group of members that went on the train, the Rocky Mountain train, right?
Sure.
Like a month and a half ago.
And we have a group of members who are backpacking in England right now. I know Rosalie is there, and then Mariana Schmidt. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think there's a group of 5 of them who are doing it.
I think it's more than that, 6 or 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's fun.
It's not there. No, I have, mine isn't. They're not backpacking. They're not backpacking.
Oh, they're not. They're hiking. They're
backpacking.
Yeah. And I just learned that, sorry, I'm just going to keep talking.
Yeah, no, that's
what I do. I also just learned that Marty Cody is training to go to Nepal and go to the summit, or the base summit. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw her walking around the other day with her big backpack.
Yeah.
Cool.
Getting ready. New happy hour menu starts on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we'll have bringing back the crispy Brussels sprouts, which is spelled wrong here, but okay. Crispy Brussels sprouts. We're doing the California roll. That's right. Okay. California roll. The smoked salmon tostada, which we had a few months ago, is coming back. That was a huge hit. Spinach and artichoke dip. Grilled bruschetta, and as always, our beef slider duo. So almost all of these will actually be coming off of the grill on the outside of Hudson's, except for the California roll, obviously. Nothing to really grill there, but everything else will come from that area, which would be pretty slick. So we'll have that starting next Wednesday for happy hour. Good Neighbor Month, and I think that's why we got a bunch of stuff over here. Oh, props today.
I love props. I love themes, and I love props.
I was going to wear my shirt. I should have worn my shirt.
Oh, I was going to too. Oops. That's okay. There's a whole 28 more days for us to wear them. So September is Good Neighbor Month at Trilogies across the universe. So what is Good Neighbor Month? Glad you asked. Good Neighbor Month is a time to celebrate our good neighbors around us in Trilogy. That's part of why people move to Trilogy, is because you have built-in friends and neighbors and community, and it's a beautiful aspect of living here. So this year we're doing a couple of different things to help us celebrate. This year you can nominate a good neighbor in your life. So these are these little cards, and it says, I want to recognize, and then you put their first and last name, and then you put it in this box. And then on September 28th, which is Good Neighbor Day, we're having a special happier hour where we will be drawing Good Neighbor cards to win prizes. Yeah, so make sure you nominate good neighbors in your life. You can nominate as many people as you like. We have lots of great neighbors around us. So this will be right outside, right by the concierge desk until the 28th. So please feel free to do that. And then we also, that was pretty fun.
Whoa.
There's also some fun stickers that Central Services sent us, so please feel free to take some of those. And then we have our Good Neighbor grams that we'll be doing. This year we're doing 2 different style of grams. So we are bringing back the ever popular Theo's chocolate that you can send to somebody. And this year we're also doing a wine Good Neighbor gram. So the wine Good Neighbor gram is $30, and then the chocolate is $6. And you can opt for a white or a red to be delivered, which will be hand delivered on September 28th. So you can purchase those at the concierge desk or by emailing me, and I'm happy to help you.
I want to show the video.
Yeah, do it.
So,
Yep, so there's right on the credenza, right outside of here, there's a little stack of these, and then there's a pen there. So you can fill it out, plop it in, and maybe they'll win.
So this is the, you guys can't see it. I put it online, but I didn't put it there. That's not going to work. It's too big.
So this is a video that we, every property was asked to participate in. And so we have a special cameo in here, but it's cool because it's every Trilogy property that Blue Star is a part of got to contribute to this video.
Oh, it's on the other side. That's why it wouldn't work for me. We just...
The tension's building.
I know. Well, somebody's messed with my settings because this is backwards now. But okay. So, wanted to make sure I got it on here so Carmen can see it.
Yay, Ginger!
She represented well.
Yeah.
She did. She did a great job.
It was fun. We did
How many takes?
only 3.
Awesome.
Because we did them in different, I wasn't sure how the lighting was going to be, and so we did them in a couple different areas, and then I sent them to Central Services, and I said, take your pick. But it was really fun. It's cool. I like it when we get to collaborate with other properties and get to do things, so this was fun.
So that's Good Neighbor Month. We've got a bunch going on for it. So make sure to check MT out, get up to date, and hopefully you get a gram for yourself delivered to you, but you can also send one too. Board and Brush.
Board and Brush coming up on September 14th. There's 1 or 2 spots left for this. This is a company that's right off of 410 that we're going to be going to. On MTL, there are samples of the projects that you can make. So we ask that you select the project that you want, and then all of the supplies will be ready for you when we arrive. It's going to be really fun. I am looking forward to this. I've wanted to go here since I moved to Bonnie Lake, and so I thought, well, why not take me and 14 of my good neighbor friends?
Look at you just intertwining the messages.
Yeah, trying.
It's getting better.
But yeah, so it's $40, and then we will go there and get to make it, and then you get to bring home your sign. So there's lots of cool ones. There's some holiday ones, some Halloween ones, and then just some generic ones that you can have out all throughout the year.
That'll be fun to see. I know we've done Painting with Bethany, which turned out really well. The Sightseer group did a ceramics painting, which was pretty slick. So this is a little bit different, but definitely that we have a bunch of creative members out there that would love to partake in this, which would be great. So, oh my gosh, it is hockey season already. Holy Toledo. So we had, last year we did 2 Thunderbird events.
3.
We did 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
we had playoffs, that's right. We had 3 Thunderbird events, all of which, well, the first one wasn't sold out, but the last 2 were sold out. So we have purchased tickets for 2 events already so far. So the first one will be October 1st, which is the opening day. So we actually got able to get tickets on opening day, which is really exciting. So we'll have that. Remember, Thunderbirds went to the finals last year.
Conference champion.
Yeah, so
they're going to be hanging the pennant on October 1st while we're there. So it'll be fun.
It'll be really cool. So great price. It's right up here in Kent at the Showware Center, and $20 is the price for that. A lot of members will grab tickets early, and they'll go have dinner up at Kent Station or Kent Commons area, and then meet at their seats. It works out really well. Great stadium. They do an awesome job keeping you entertained and involved with it. It's really well done program they have there. So look for that on MTL. Open for registration now. Time for a tune-up.
So World Mental Health Day is October 10th. We're partnering with Elise with Pure Ambrosia, and we are going to be doing, it's a fork tuning therapy and massage. So it's something different than what we've done before. Registration is available now. We'll be doing it in 4 suits, and it's an hour-long massage and therapy service. So really excited for that, working on some additional programming for the day. It's a very important day. Self-care is not selfish. Always like to plug that. But yeah, so this will be a fun one. It's different from, and again, different from what we've done before. So why not try it?
Lifestyle survey still available. We've got a couple more days left, right?
Until Tuesday.
Tuesday, so we're going to be closing it down on Tuesday. So once again, the lifestyle survey is kind of trying to get a pulse check on what type of programming you're looking for, price ranges, days of the week, all the different unique styles of events, all the different type of packages that we can put together, off-site trips, overnight trips, tons of stuff that's loaded into that survey. It takes, maybe 5, maybe 8 minutes long. It's usually not too bad. It's really just a kind of interested or not interested type profile, so it's real quick to click through it and take that survey. But that really does help us. We do it every year, helps us create the programming. We've obviously working on programming for the rest of the year, but in a couple of weeks, we're actually going to be working on the programming for next year already. So to get those dates locked down and some of those events figured out already. So we need this survey to help do that and get that all buttoned up and ready to go, right?
Yep. And it's available, like you said, until Tuesday. And I've had a handful of members who have said, oh, I forgot to mention XYZ. No problem. Just send me an email after you do it. If you think of an idea after you've completed the survey, and I'll file it away into the 2023 folder that is quickly becoming overflowing.
I had a member do that too, email me. Oh, I totally forgot to mention this and mention that. And I was like, this is great. Perfect. So, yeah, it's great to you got to start taking the survey and getting your mind going into it. And then kind of a couple hours later, you're like, oh, shoot, I forgot about this and that. Just as always, go ahead and send that to us and we'll get you all taken care of. Next slide is my slide, GM slide. So things that I've got going on. Do want to remind members about new hours in the mantle. So we are open to till 9 o'clock every night nowadays. So open from 11 to 9 Wednesday through Sunday. That's worked out really well, especially wine tasting nights. I think members now feel more comfortable in staying later and enjoying or having dinner after wine events, which seems to be working out really well. So just want to remind people of that. Also, between that 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock hour is also happy hour pricing for beverages. So you can come in and take advantage of happy hour pricing from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock Thursday through Sunday, because happy hour is available most of the day on Wednesday. So Thursday through Sunday, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, you can get the happy hour pricing beverages. We also started this week. We had a bunch of starts this week. So we had new menu this week, which has gone really well. Bunch of favorites came back from menus in the past. Chef James has added some new flavor and some new stuff into there. Great presentations. Right now it feels like everyone's kind of trying something different, so there's really not a clear favorite at the moment, but everyone's kind of trying this and that, which has worked out really well. We also added a lunch menu, so a lunch-focused menu, so we do have that. We do have that up in for lunchtime from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, lunch available. So it's kind of a smaller menu. The big menu is still available all day long, but the lunch menu will only be available from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So
And
smaller portions.
The cheesy bread is just as good as everyone remembers it. I had it the other day, and it was absolutely delightful.
I had a giggle because Carmen's keeping me up to date on the weather, which she's like, it's raining up in Shuckson now. So that's why I was giggling a little bit. It's kind of raining. It's sprinkling down here too. So
it's even more beachy.
It's really beachy now. But anyways, we've got lunch menu Wednesday through Sunday, 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock. So exciting to bring that back. We've actually just doing that alone. We've seen an increase in attendance, but
Wednesday
was really good. Yeah. So for members that just don't know or it's out of your routines, we're open for lunch. So we're usually, 15 to 20 people coming in for lunch, which is really tough to run a restaurant with 20 people in attendance. So that's why we're added and really brought back. We've had the lunch menu prior to the pandemic. So brought back the lunch menu and really hoping members, we can get more support to come out during the day and utilize the club. So try and work that into your routines. Brushes? Oh, bushes. Oh, so I was like, brushes? I don't know what that means. So bushes, we did have, I like to recognize not only Robert for working on a task quickly, but also for members to speaking out. We had a couple members mention that the driveways, both the mantle and the main entrance, the bushes were getting big, overgrown. Usually we've in the past cut those down kind of twice a year in the summertime because you can't see right or left and we don't want anybody getting in an accident. We've had to cut those things down 4 times now this year. So they're just getting bigger and bigger. But our landscape team cut those down and kind of actually made it gradual. So the first row is kind of really cut down. The second row is kind of a little bit less. And so hoping to keep the aesthetics because those bushes are getting bigger, but we are kind of managing to make sure no one gets hurt, whether it's bikers, us for cyclists, we've encountered some close calls there. I know a lot of members walk, and even if you're just driving in a car, trying to go left or right, it can be a little sketchy. So we'll keep monitoring that. But I did want to, like I said, thank a member that has brought that to our attention. We had another member talk about some of the bushes around the pickleball courts, and so landscape team's going to slowly start cutting a little bit of those back, so there's a little bit of a pathway around the pickleball courts. Makes it a little bit easier. So that'll be nice, working on that. And then as we heard this morning with the lovely sound of the vacuum, the bathroom, which we had the water pipe above in the ceiling break and pour mass amount of water into the guest bathroom over here. We are just now finishing up drywall. So they're working on drywall today. All this week they've been working on it. I think he taped and mudded today, sounds like. So he's all cleaned up. And then we are still tracking down a little bit more of the tile. But once we get all the tile that was discontinued, hopefully we get all that tile, then we'll get it installed, painted, and put the counter and mirror and stuff back together. So once we get the tile, it should go pretty fast because everything else is just glue the tile up, and then the counters and the table and the mirrors are all pieces that just get installed. So, but of course, the tile had to be discontinued. Of course it did. So we're grabbing a little bit from this company and a little bit from that company. So we're pulling all the pieces together. So, but that's the update on the bathroom. So that's here. And then we also made some adjustments to the concierge hours of operation. So just to kind of clarify to making sure that members have a great experience, we will for sure have concierge members available from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock every single day. They're going to have kind of staggered in and out times outside of those. Sometimes they'll be here early in the morning. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll be here late in the afternoon. Sometimes they won't. But for sure, they'll be here from 9 to 4, which has always been really the peak of when members need services anyway. So, and then we put up a little sign just to kind of remind people of that new change on the desk when they're not here. And there's a QR code. You can scan that. That'll pop you up an email that goes right to me. So immediately. So if there is something you need and no one's around, you can just scan that QR code. Comes right to my phone as a flag, and I can quickly either call or email you back with whatever assistance you need. So take advantage of that because it's easy pulse to me. So questions? We have all these people. No one has questions today? Really? We have like triple the size group? No. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you, Linda.
On Mondays, when the lease in the room and also Marchand Day, is there a set schedule so we know what days and that's number one question. And then number two question, if that one is tied up, can we play in?
So answer to question number one.
Reiterate the question.
Sorry for Carmen.
And Jane.
And Jane. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. So for Monday, when you're using 4 suits for National Mental Health Day, for example, Mahjong's not posted for that day, but I have to double check and see if Access is available, but it shouldn't be a problem. So I just didn't post it for that day. But remind me when we're done with this, and I will look at the schedule and see if we can set the card tables. So we can set up the card tables in here as long as it's available. Yeah. It's usually once a month that we do something in 4 suits on a Monday. Question.
Any other questions? I see Dino unpacking his bike out there out of his BMW. So I'm like, yeah, it's exciting. It's good to have Dino come out, ride with everybody lately. So it'll be good. It'll be really good. So, well, we've got a busy time. You know, Bike Club we went down to Ruston Way the other day. We've got our luncheon here in a couple of weeks, which we need to get the menu for.
I did.
Okay, perfect. It's not posted. So,
yes, it is.
Okay, good. It wasn't yesterday.
We did it on Thursday. Yes, we did.
Okay.
At the catering meeting.
I wasn't there because I was on the bike ride.
Well, it's there now.
Okay, good.
You're welcome.
So we've got the bike end of season luncheon that we'll have here in a couple of weeks. SSL Sightseers is going to Issaquah next week, and that's a big group, sold out group as well. Just
October,
busy.
we're going to go to, my plan is to go to Mohi.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone's been there or not, I love Mohi. It's on South Lake Union, so it's a really pretty place to be, but they also have some great permanent exhibits there. And then thinking about tagging on Flapstick Pub to that and doing some cool.
What's the A in Mohi? Agriculture?
Museum of History and Industry.
Oh, and it's and. It's and. Because I was like thinking, there's no agriculture really in there, but yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. So we'll have that trip. And then we're also trying to quickly plan a little overnight to Whidbey Island at the end of October. We've kind of just keep missing the contact person they've been in and out of the office. Like they only work like 1 day a week, I feel like.
Yeah,
so
certainly.
It's been a bit of a struggle to kind of nail them down and figure out those, but we're trying to plan a 3-day, 2-night trip to Whidbey Island, Monday, I think 24th through the 26th. And so we're trying to plan that. So that should be a good little experience. Hopefully we can get that down in the next week or so. And it should be a lot of fun. So
These two places that you just mentioned, so
Yep.
would be either by your own transportation, or how does that work?
yes,
Yes.
for both of those.
For
Yeah.
both of those, supply your own transportation. We do, if we include transportation, it's always posted on the event post, but it does add quite a bit of money. That's one of the questions on the lifestyle survey is,
It is.
would you be willing to spend $100 more on a ticket if transportation's, because that's honestly, I just got a quote to go to Leavenworth and it's around $120 a person for transportation. So
Just
that's
for the
one of the
bus.
questions on the lifestyle survey. Because if people are willing to do it, then yeah, by all means, let's all hop on a charter bus and go over. So yeah. But for these ones, not included for this one.
Any other questions? All right, everyone. Have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend.
Okay, and this is survey, where do I find it?
Go to